Anderson. So, Mike, you want Anderson market?
Yeah, I love Anderson. I think it is an up and coming market. I think if you are an investor and you're looking for cash flow, this would be one of the top markets that I would be looking at in the Indy market. We talked about this before, but it is affordable not only from a rent point of view, but also from a purchase price point of view. I mean, look at this: the average sales price 174. And again, to our point from before, you know, if you're an investor, you probably don't even need to spend 174. These are just averages of everybody, across the board for homes. Now, again, it's from the investor's point of view, so it's under 500 grand, but it does include owner occupants and everything like that. So, I mean, there's still some crazy affordable homes in Anderson, and I would encourage you to keep it affordable because I think for the time being, anyway, that's the attractive part for renters is the average rent. Look, the average rent's only $850. Now, I would like to think that that's definitely going to go up because I mean the difference between that and Fisher's was what, like 2,200, something like that. I mean, and that's a 15-minute drive, 20-minute drive, something like that.
Exactly. Yep.
So I mean, I'm driving that all day long if I'm in that price point, and I can live in Anderson for 850 instead of Fisher's for 2250. So I think there's a lot of upside here for both rent and average sales price. I mean, that's a big difference. That's 1,200, 1,400 bucks a month difference between Fisher's and Anderson. So I think there's a ton of upside here. I'm excited about this market. This is we're seeing a lot of activity. I think you said you're talking to a lot of people, and Anderson's definitely gaining some popularity. Yeah.
It's exactly what I was about to mention. Yeah. And I mentioned this during our last month's market report for Anderson I talked to a lot of new investors to the market, and there's a ton of investor interest driven to not only Anderson, and we'll talk about another market that's being driven or rather driving a lot of investor interest as well. But Anderson is such a good play because look at the price points. I mean, you can purchase a property here, like you've already alluded to, and it's close enough to Noblesville and Fishers that, and those are, and Noblesville and Fishers are such great markets, and there's such a leadership desire to continue to grow those markets that they're only going to bleed closer into the Anderson. Anderson University is there, and I know that school continues to grow. So those markets, which also have pretty good employment opportunities, great small business opportunities, that's inevitable to bleed into the Anderson market. So if you can get in at this price point and still make money, if you were to put your property on the market for rent today, just think about what you're going to see in 5, God forbid, 10 years down the road. Yes, this is a market you're looking at. Absolutely.
Not to mention, let me look at the days on the market. 16 days on the market. I mean, that's what it should be for everywhere, but it's not. But it is here. So I mean, this market is on fire.
Which should tell you something, because like I've already mentioned, that's exactly where my eyes always go to, and it has a couple times here. But I just want to verbalize the massive attention you should be giving this area if you're a new investor to the market. So that's where my mind wants to stick, is I want to get that out there, that this should be a market you're looking at. But you're right. Average days on market at 16, that number alone indicates you should be looking at this market.
With everything else that's going on in some of these, I mean, we have seen a big improvement in days on the market this month over the last, but they're still higher than we're used to seeing. I mean, 30, 40, 50 days in the market, we're celebrating that because it's down from what it was. But, the reality is that's still a little bit higher than I'm comfortable with. If I'm an investor, I want to see my home vacant for less than 30 days. And so in this market, if we're seeing 16 days in the market, I mean, gosh, that is amazing.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly right.
So,
okay.
Anderson.
Yeah. Good for you, Anderson. Well done. Here we go.